It's good to be.
I want you to put the word out there that we back up. Understand me? We back up.
And I know you're back because
You like that? You like that?
let's get it. We are back. I am Black. Conference semifinals for the New York Knicks to do something in my lifetime I have not heard of since I was fucking born. Conference finals appearance we haven't made since 1999. If Knicks can seal the deal against his stacked Boston Celtics team, even though Jason Tatum, literally after a career-defining performance in Game 4, fell out with his Achilles torn, and he was coming out of surgery. Risky decision that ended up with his team losing a man, but they still trailed up by 20. In a make or break series to define if the Celtics are truly prime time to be a contending team, because they've shown, even with their win-loss record in the regular season, these are the most percentage wins we've gotten over this entire season in the postseason. We have never beat them in the regular season. Over our last 5, we've at least trailed by under 10, while they've shown they can dominate us by 15 plus points. This is a must-win, and I'm sure a lot of fans, even if you're not a Knicks fan, would know how important this is to define our season. If we can clear the record straight, send Boston home, upset the defending champions, and we play off in a revenge game against the Indiana Pacers in the conference semifinal rematch. I am very excited. I'm sure a lot of fans are very excited to see what the Knicks can do and finally close out the second 60-win team in the NBA out of the Boston Celtics. The Cavaliers shown to be fraudulent. Pacers shown that they were willing to play more of a system style and not be codependent on their individual star. With missing their teammates out of Darius Garland and Evan Mobley, and the Pacers got the neck on the throats, George Floyd style, and picked up the win. So I am very excited. I'm going to wait until ESPN.com gets it going. We can watch it. I think we got to wait like 15 minutes plus. Please, anybody that's here, please say hello. How's it going? How's your weekend about to start, folks? I know I'm very excited for my weekend. Trying to rest up on my legs, for God's sakes. That's freaking salt bath the way I'm in pain. If you want, I can get that He's on Fire video line here. He's on fire. All right, let's get that going. Let's get that going, folks. Who you got? Also, the NHL playoffs. In the first period, the Toronto Maple Leafs, I think they still have the series lead against the Florida Panthers that are the defending champions. So that's a must-win for the Toronto Maple Leafs to punch their tickets into the conference finals. Stanley Cup is a lot more unpredictable than the NBA. When it comes in the regular season performance, it's straight out the window sometimes. Especially if you're like, they give you a President's Trophy. So I guess that's the high scoring team, or I think the most successful team in the league. And that's like a curse. That's like a voodoo curse. You're better off being a great team, but not too great. And that crushes that expectation crushes your chances a lot. So you don't want to be that team. Shout out to Kyle. I think Cade Cunningham said it first. Speaking about Kyle Kuzma, he crapped the bed, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Put up a Tony Snell performance when you were shown to be a key fourth option in the rotation. After trading away Chris Middleton, big mistake. I'd rather have an injury-prone Middleton than a healthy Kuzma anytime. Because Middleton was putting up numbers when Giannis was out around game 3. He was out around the first 3 games over in the series until he returned over from injury. Middleton put up 25, 28, 35. He put up a good individual run to keep a 5-game series between the Pacers, the first go around and the first round. And I got to say, out of all the teams, people have been wishing for rivalries. And it's like anytime there actually is an authentic rivalry with bad blood, fans denounce it. They don't want real sports. I'm not going to lie. Whenever I speak to NBA fans, it's like talking to your girlfriend. No cap. And that's not an insult. That's just a fact of life. Yeah. I hope everybody had a wonderful Mother's Day. I know I did with yours. Of course, they have Spike Lee on the ESPN. Poor bastard has to suffer almost every year watching the Knicks try to be a competitive team. Hell, even a relevant team. All right, here it goes.
He's on fire!
There we go. I gotta simulcast it with the tabs so I can view the game and view the chat if anybody's interested. All right, thank you guys for the support over the last few videos. The Thunderbolts videos are already on. And thank you guys for the love over the past 4 out of the last 4 to 5 uploads. I'm trying to be somewhat more consistent around the summertime. Get more involved. WWE videos came up a bit hot. Of course, I know it's been a while since I talked wrestling in a more consistent manner, but I don't mind. It's just more casual sense than do Raw reviews. That I feel like is a lot safer. For my mental health, of course. I'm not trying to suffer too much. If anybody trying to join, please. Gotta make it Knicks themed. We gotta spread the floor a bit more. Nuggets and Thunder went into an impressive Game 7 after Nikola Jokic did his magic, but I think it was a rotation pieces like Strother. And we know how the Nuggets are on the rotation. I think the youngest talent that they give the most trust to is either Christian Brown. He's a hooper. Christian Brown's a hooper. Do not count out Christian Brown. The guy will drop 21 if you leave him unguarded. Second chance buckets out of Westbrook. He was a fighter, even though he was pretty inconsistent from behind the arc. Jamal Murray, lights out all-star performance. I think Michael Porter Jr. was just ill-prepared. He's too much of a chucker down the wing, but he has the size to floor space and create off spot-ups. And this is when the Thunder were falling out efficiently-wise that they needed Shea Gilgeous-Alexander back around the second half. So it is really codependent on the Thunder. And if they get another early first round, will there be a panic button to see if they would be rushing to still be competitive with the young talent? Because Chet Holmgren, he's shown that he still needs he's a bit rough around the edges when it comes to trying to trail back the lead when they were the closest deficit they had when they were trailing by 11 or 14. And they were trailing by 8. Air ball off Chet Holmgren. Not a good look. So the Thunder trying to punch their ticket back to the conference finals that they haven't touched since the KD, Westbrook, and Harden era. No. Since, KD and Harden. It was KD and Westbrook. It was 2016 conference finals. Yikes. It's been that long since the 3-1 lead. Destroying the Warriors. And here we go. Sometimes we feel pain. We haven't tipped off yet, but it's showing that it's airing now. Hold on, folks. Because the broadcast should be showing. And Brock Purdy's contract, I think it's $265 million for 4 years, guys. Jesus Christ, Brock Purdy. Ugh. Wow. I'm sorry. Am I broke, folks? That's already a fact then. Let's go. Let's watch some basketball. Anybody's welcome to join around the stream. Tip off. Let's go. Hearts moving off transition. Hey, bank shots. That's good. We need to attack heavy. Here we go. So it's Derek White. We have OG Brunson, Cat with Hart at the 4. Oh, big lob. Luke Cornett is starting corner 3, missed off Jaylen Brown. Brunson for 3. No good. Transition 3 goes off. We're starting 2-0 to start. Here comes Holiday behind the back. Gortat screen goes out of bounds off Drew Holiday off a sloppy bounce pass. Down the baseline. That's going to be a miss. Knicks are the only team to score so far. I wonder what's going to be the answer. Let's go Knicks, baby. Jaylen Brown, he took off his braids. He got rid of all his powers. Who's going to tell Mazzulla he's not Pep Guardiola? Rolling screen off the pick and roll. Hits Hart. Muscles up the space away. Handoff straight to Mikal Bridges. Up and under. Taken. It's good. Let's go. Starting good. At all, folks. I'm in the bit. OG misses. Luke Cornett with the rebound picked up. Spin move to separate away. Jaylen Brown, and he's stuck in the double team. Sloppy bounce, kick out. Turnover, OG Anunoby. Scoop pass over to Cat from the Lakes. The pump fake. Kicks out. Mikal Bridges. Spot up. Down the wing. No good. Loose ball foul by Josh Hart. Like squishing type A option coming down the wing. That's possibly. So Al Horford's there. Matched up. Cornett has to lose the ball. Hello, we're back. Yeah, my apologies. I think I have too many tabs open. Yeah. I think I got too many tabs open, folks. My apologies. Defense, White. Oh my goodness. 3-4 still. My fault. Let me get the scoreboard back on. And that's muscles up. And Drew Holiday, all right, he basically flops. Drew Holiday, the frustration's going to be on Drew Holiday to keep the defensively focused. Obviously, he's practically the New York's rendition of Marcus Smart. If he could do a lot more offensively. Oh, it was a dime. Euro step into the lane. It's good off Jaylen Brown. Give me 2 seconds, folks. What's in your wallet? None of your fucking business. Let's go. I can never like Wingstop. I don't know why. I feel like their quality in rings is trash. So the bad guys is coming back. I'm sure bad guys 2 is gonna be better. Not really better, but keep the same style. We're playing smart. We're playing fast. I love for playing up hustle defense. We need to really do this. Come on. Come on. Kick out. Brunson stuck with Holiday. Oh, second chance and little Cornet with this put. With the putback. They still play that Lil Nas X song. 3. Okay. I haven't heard from that Lil Nas X guy in years. Oh, alley-oop misses Luke Cornett. Finally. Come on, Hart. Take it to the glass. And Sam Hauser with the loose ball foul. He looks like Gordon Hayward. We're playing really aggressive, and I'm loving the way we're attacking the rim. Let's go. Without Tatum, how they're going to appoint? Because last season, whenever Jalen couldn't deliver, Porzingis can just dominate the rim. And now you got a 5 of equal level like Karl Anthony Towns. OG, step back. Let's go. Misses. 5:30 remaining here in the first quarter. Knicks lead by 4. 3-pointer. Hauser misses top of the key. Offensive board by Towns. Let's get it. Hart. Towns. One-legged. Count it. Count it. Offensive foul. What are you saying? Holiday fell, but how did he got hurt? Why are we counting that if he... Where? Well, that is not Towns' fault. That's some BS. If you guys are seeing this, Towns leaned forward on the shot because of the contest by Drew Holiday, and he stepped on his foot in the middle of the follow-through. That counted as a foul, not a 4-point play. What? Celtics still can't get a bucket. And an offensive board. Kick out. OG, corner 3. God damn it, man. I thought WNBA season didn't start yet. And draws a shooting foul from behind the arc. Man, I want to see them make the conference final so bad, bro. If you grew up with all the mediocrity of the Knicks over the years, just making it there feels like an accomplishment. Nah, me and Jaylen Brown, they'll take us to the rim and count it. And one after the contest by Mikal Bridges. Towns, though, I have never seen him hoop like this. He played better than this than he did in Minnesota. And now, oh, God. Towns is subbed off from Mitchell Robinson. And Mikal Bridges is subbed off as well. Second shot coming from. And it's going to count. Foul shot goes in. They already called a hack a Mitch. Quickly trying to get the ball back because of Mitchell Robinson's terrible free throw. How to compare Mitchell Robinson's foul shot? Think of if you ever brought that girl you liked over to hoop one day. And you said, oh, shooting's easy. Oh, my God. I bet Shaq likes that another player's been called hack or something. Michael Strahan's here. 14 of 10. Celtics still trying to close up the distance. Niche. They press you once and you're trying to reach already. The mismatch off the perimeter. And Towns was back in after the horror show. God damn it. Quick release by Towns. Missed. Spin out. Brown kicks out. Pritchard. Top of the key. Can't follow through down the middle. Top of the key. No good off Hauser. Defensive rebound straight from Josh Hart. Off the middle transition. Too much time off the hesitation, so Towns gets his spot. Take out off back from Hart to OG. Oh, my God. It's good. Oh, second chance bucket. Thank God, man. Inefficient from the corner threes. Why is Russell here? YTC, get your quarterbacks. Stop sticking up the garden with your quarterbacks. All right. Coast to coast down the lane. Oh, my God. How you burger that lay? Trying to snatch it off transition. Pritchard, corner three. Holiday off his dribble. No good. Hart lobs it. OG off transition. Pressing the way to slow it down the tempo. Towns from three. Oh, my God. Why are we shooting like we're on fire? We are not on fire. 1 from 10, bro. Why are we 1 from 10? And Porzingis knocks it down, bro. I do not want Porzingis to get it. Tingus Pingus should not be shooting from near the logo. Oh! And Towns gets rejected by Kristaps Porzingis. Tied back the game after we were leading by damn near double digits. Celtics are closing the distance, 16 apiece. I'm trying not to lose my patience, but we're early into the first quarter. Anything could happen for now. You guys want to join? Link is on the chat, in the chat room right here. So please, if you want to get a combo going, anything related to the game, go ahead. I'll be right back. Oh, you guys got to see Thunderbolts? Another thing that gets more ratings than Dynamite. Then this has been an inefficient 3-point shooting series. And OG loses the ball. Inbound. Off the deflection. Backdoor cut. Let's go, OG. That's 2 points. Let's bet. Let's go. Jalen muscles down. Risky turnover off Jaylen Brown. That was not a smart move. Towns pump fakes. Blows by. Hauser back to OG. Backs up to the corner. Baseline. High up the upper mid-range. Step back. Corner 3. OG trying to do a bit too much. Rebound by Miles McBride. 3-pointer. Let's go, Towns. Bodega Cat with the 3. Three for 15 is crazy. In the first quarter? Yeah, Towns. He's been. Yeah, Towns. I'm shocked. He's been more vocal on offense than Brunson today. I'm shocked. Brunson off the blow by, but it's a kick out to Bridges. Bridges, you better make that, boy. 3-pointer. Let's go. Woo! Can I get another 3, please? Rolling screen. Off the roll. Pritchard hits to Porzingis. Catches up the pump fake. Towns wrapping around Porzingis. Spin up down the lane. Rattles the rim. Rebound from Horford. Puts it back for the 2. All right. That's a big-ass fly right there. Three offensive boards over the Knicks. 5 for second chance points. Slipped on the ball. Towns recovers down the lane. Takes a contest blocked, and that's going to count as a foul by Porzingis on Towns. Towns trying to take it off the contest. Gambles on going with his left. I'm really trying to get my revenge on the Pacers, man. I don't want to make Reggie Miller happy. Freaking golly gee, my nigga. Head ass. I'm sorry. No offense to Reggie Miller. He just sounds like he can enunciate. It pisses me off. Kristaps Porzingis is checking out. So I guess Luke Cornett's back with Al Horford. And he might be a vocal point on the offense, knowing he's a more notable scorer whenever the Celtics need a bucket. And if the second half goes to Derek White, that's going to be the losing formula for the Knicks. If we let their spot ups. I like that we're frustrating Holiday. Oh, the Euro step. Oh, my God. Nice 2-pointer by Jaylen Brown. Oh, my God. Euro step off Jaylen. It's going to be 2 points. Ooh. Grazes the side of the rim. That's going to be 26-20. And let this start. Cop the early flight. I'm young. Kendrick Perkins just looks like he's gonna say an unnecessarily sexual metaphor to a female co-host someday, and then he'll get sued for allegations. I know damn well that will happen. So Thibodeau wants more of the vocal point to be more codependent on Karl Anthony Towns. He's went for like 5 or like I think he went like 6 of 13 or 6 of 15. Very aggressive offensively. Or spot ups couldn't follow through. Bojan Marjanovic, no. Oh, thank God that I can watch it on Netflix. I am not paying a ticket. I am not paying a ticket, folks. I love the Happy Gilmore movie. I watched it whenever it came on TV, but Jesus. Yeah, they like me. I'm gonna say the N word even though I still don't sound like I should say it. Missoula's getting interviewed right now. 8 of 24. Boston has not had a good, efficient first half like they usually do on the perimeter. But so haven't the Knicks. I think we went like 3 of 10 in the third. Towns being more. Oh, let's go. Deuce McBride with the 3. 29-20. 3 of 10. Derek White hits Holiday off the bounce. The switch, but the overlap coming from top of the key. Switching, Holiday muscles up on Towns. Hits top of the glass and is going to be out of bounds. Timeout. The hang time jumper from top of the handoff. Pick and pop goes through. Hand goes down too late for Derek White, and it's a 3 for Deuce. Let's get it. Good defense off Towns off the switch. Midi. Bridges grabs his own offensive rebound. Bank shot off the high arcing 2. It's good. I swear, Mikal Bridges like switched his regular efficient corner 3 shot with like an inefficient hang time early 2000s mid-range jumper 3. Oh my goodness, Boston. Oof. I mean, thank you for being inefficient, but Jesus Christ. This is not what I was expecting from all the from the absence of Jason Tatum after they played so well without him last game. Spin out, loose ball, and it's a reach-in foul. Peyton Pritchard. Coach Brunson, Jaylen Brown is checking back in after the foul for Peyton Pritchard. 13 points tonight to start the half. Sam Hauser checking off. Off the post, and Holiday's matched up with Towns. Could size up the post, but Horford could reach for help defense. Air ball off the help coming from Jaylen Brown. Bounce up to the wing. Kicks out back over to White. Top of the key, switch Horford. Straight off the blow by from the dribble. Follow dribble. Good switch by Mitchell Robinson. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, Mitch. That's what I'm talking about. Such a great play. Euro down the lane. That was smooth from the big feline. 3-pointer by the big cat. Busta Rhymes in the building, baby. Busta Rhymes is in the building. No and one. Timeout. Celtics back on the drawing board. We have the biggest lead of the game by 13. If we choke it, I swear we'll burn Staten Island to the ground. There goes that man. Oh boy. That's Love and Thunder. Oh my God. Goats are so goddamn annoying. And yeah, even LeBron James Glazers. That too is annoying. Tariff on the LeBron Glazers. He double standard on the age of LeBron James. He's our little sunshine. Even if he underperforms, the team underperforms. So it's a big difference. LeBron James is the greatest of all time. And don't get me wrong, I know LeBron James is an all-time great. No denouncing that, but come on, man. There has to be accountability for every player, even if they underperform. Even Tom Brady got shit after his performance against the Philadelphia Eagles. The second time he played off against them with Doug Peterson at the helm, you lose to Nick Foles. And the biggest joke they made of him is a trick play. That he dropped the ball off a real route, off a flea flicker, like what Nick Foles did to them in the red zone play that got him a touchdown. Ballerina. So this is like a prequel. Over Ballerina. Will she be? I thought they would go more into Kane's daughter. Not Kane's daughter. It was the daughter of the guy from the Japanese hotel in John Wick 3. That I think Kane kind of referenced that. I promise you revenge. Come find me after he killed his father, after he fought him to protect him from John Wick. Kane was cool, though. Let's move tonight. Da-da, da-da. Yeah, but Towns, man, that's how I want you to attack the goddamn floor. Brunson took more of a back seat for Towns to attack around the rim thanks to court help. Other than Porzingis, that can be more of an offensive focal point. He can be an outstanding rim protector. But Towns with that Euro after the defensive switch off Mitchell Robinson, that's what I want to see all game, Mitch.
He's on fire!
I'm so proud. Let's get it. Let's keep the momentum going into the second half. Let's keep this going. Don't lose that energy when we're on the home floor in the Garden, baby. This is crazy. Mitchell Robinson had a dodgy first quarter. A switch play where he caused a reach-in foul after got hacked into the foul line and only went like 1 for 2. No, I think he went 0 for 2. Handoff off the swing. Rolls off the screen. Mikal separates. One-legged two-pointer off the finish. Josh Hart loses the ball over the board. Derek White bounces over to Pritchard. To Jalen. The kick out to Horford could have happened. Ball's loose. Rolls off Jaylen Brown. Last to touch it. It's going to be out of bounds. 20-33. What's going to be the game plan for Missoula? Because this is obviously not helping. We have not seen Campaign hit the floor yet. Deuce McBride already caused so much. Oh, lower back, please, Mitch. Mitch, I swear to you, bro, stop getting hurt. Rolls off the screen. Rolls around from the spin. Pull up over the baseline. No good. Swat over. It's a dogfight over the board. Loose off the ball. It's turned over. Nearly turned over. A bit of ball control. Jaylen Brown allegations of not using his left is going to happen again. Good blow by down the take down the middle is going to be Derek White for 2. Trails by 11 is the Boston Celtics. That's been having a sluggish game. 1 for 4 for Derek White. After a career performance against the Knicks game 5. 3-pointer from the wing. Let's go, OG. He's not shooting well this series. Swing up the post. I am so lucky. I'm off today for this. Baseline. It's good off Horford from the baseline too. Rolling under the rim. Porzingis. Can he settle for much longer before Missoula got to chuck him back into the floor? Rolls off the screen. Fades over the bank shot. It's good. Deuce McBride, the falling baseline jumper off the fade. And that's good for 2. Swings out from Brown. Hits over to White. Rolling screen. Spins out the double screen. Off Cornette. Leaping jumper off the collision. 2 Celtics down. Could take advantage of the break. 2 on 4. 3. Oh, Mikal. Just pissing me off. Why are we slipped and sliding right now? We could have gotten a second straight bucket. Want to continue the lead. We can continue the lead by double digits. 3 from Jaylen Brown. No good. Defensive rebound by Mitchell Robinson. Timeout, New York. They don't want to lose any tempo down the rotation. And they've been doing well without Jalen Brunson touching much of the ball. SmackDown is airing 2. We're in the Saturday night main event. I think you guys know my opinion on that if you guys watch the other video. Jey Uso is not the priority on WWE. It's either what's ever going on with if The Rock's going to come back, what's happening with Seth Rollins. Jey Uso ain't going to headline until there's a more important person he's facing off against. This is the equivalent to it when Chavo Guerrero was ECW champion. And that is terrible. Because CM Punk was also on the same brand. Brooks. I've barely seen a lot of people on the track whenever I'm walking. I've barely seen anybody wear Brooks. I've seen a couple Hokos, but no. You lazy niggas, man. Oh. Brown, 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 brown. Miller Lite, where saying the N word is cool. The W is back. So could Caitlin Clark show up and show that one this rookie season where she was even in conversation to win MVP, even for her very transcendent season? Can she keep the momentum going? We got the Subway series coming up soon this on Sunday. They're recapping the right Achilles injury that Jason Tatum suffered around game 4. It was a loose ball. He slipped. It was a tough, very graphic sign that Jason Tatum was probably not going to get up. And it ended with him being out for the rest of the game. And the Knicks pick up game 4. It was a tough scene for Celtics fans to watch. Key player. Could Jason Tatum being missed for probably the remainder of the year? That's even going to scream a lot of concerns for next season, because this Celtics team might not be the same after the big contract extensions they have to pull to keep both key players out. And of course, why not, run it back? Or this could be a failure. 40-24. My God, I have never seen such a big margin we'd be leading by. Illegal screen off Luke Cornett. And it will be back Knicks ball. Mazzulla possibly frustrated while still keeping that stoic demeanor that looks like he killed somebody before this. Seriously, Mazzulla, can you smile for the goddamn camera? For God's sakes. Salty as hell. Oh my God. Three-pointer by Pritchard. Can't follow through. Slaps the ball back for an offensive rebound. Derek White. Oh, my goodness. 0 for 2 off that possession. And here comes. Bounce swings up the baseline. Pritchard trying to reach over OG Anunoby. Trying to grab off the contest. And that will be a shooting foul. OG will be on the line. And it's just been impatience. Undisciplined defensive scheming by the Celtics. Reaching off the mismatch. Pritchard obviously had the foul. Or he'll gamble for the end one that surely he's better off just gambling for him to get a 1. OG, Jesus Christ. He only had a good game once. 20 points. Oh my God. He only had one good game. Are you kidding me? One of our key defensive guys. Can we bring more baddies into the floor? Buster Rhymes, let this BBL baddie take your seat, please, so OG can perform, please. Brunson's back on the floor. He's been not really heavily missed, per se. We went 6 of 10 without him. The switch off the fall from OG rattles around and count it for Luke Cornett. He's getting on the line after the dunk. Rattles around to count it for 2, and it's going to be good. That's what Jaylen Brown was trying to do. Get off the rolling screen so he doesn't have to gamble to get a foul. And try to dime it out. He was trying to do that a couple times. So what can Brunson do now? No Karl Anthony Towns. Reach down the lane. Count it. And one, Josh. And one. Let's go. Is that Allen Houston? Blow by too many numbers out the perimeter. And it was just a poor blow by off Hart. Count it. He's getting on the line. It's good. Offensive rebound by Hart after the missed. OG's too open. No, practice shots unevaded. Offensive rebound again. Swings out to Brunson. Sloppy ball picked away from Derek White. Down the break. Chase down. Blocked by Deuce McBride. Miles McBride. Euros down the contest. Counted for Hart. New York's Hart. Point counts the extra point off the Euro. Let's get it. Derek White off the lane. Thought he had Brunson beat. The chase down off McBride turns into an extra point after the contest by Holiday. It's going to count for Josh Hart. That's good. Let's get it. We're up by 20. We're up by 20. Oh, my God. I'm not trying to celebrate too early because I know what 20-point leads has done to the series. That's how the Celtics kind of been trailing. And they came back. So 20-point leads don't count. I'm not going to lie. Unless we lead by 40 and just destroy the Celtics' confidence, we're not going to win this game. So I'm just I'm not trying to overwhelm myself. I'm not. I'm trying to keep it cool as a cucumber. OG Anunoby is feeling his eye. He got fouled. Ooh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yo, my heart as well as as Josh Hart. And look at that. Jaylen Brown, the scum of the earth.
He's on fire! He's on fire!
Feeling every day I'm hustling. Oh no! Dirty ass Jaylen Brown with an elbow on OG Anunoby's eye. Work by by Jaylen Brown. Come on, man. And Jaylen Brown will be called for an offensive foul. And the challenge has been accepted. Let's go, Brunson. After the foul's been made, Pritchard matched up off Hart, rolling screen. Defensive masterclass to hold the Celtics to 27 in the second quarter is insane. Porzingis is back, misses down the lane, travel, and that's a foul. And here comes another shot. Porzingis rattles, rebound by Karl Anthony Towns. That's been brilliant this half. 49-28. Rolling screen off OG Anunoby, and he's matching up a bit physical. OG dragging down the lane, trying to post up off Derek White, goes haywire, and he gets a foul for himself. Loss of possession for the Knicks. Horford for three. God damn, just boxing out. Hustling around the perimeter. Celtics Achilles heel. That's good. Floater by Brunson. Let's go. Brunson muscles up, gets the float quickly on Derek White, gets an even chance where he can muscle up. Peekaboo. We're back after commercial break again. 47%. I only got them 2 wins in the series. Celtics, when they're inefficient from behind the arc, the game's kind of out of hand. You see them getting really handsy on the offensive side of the possession, even on the inbound. Celtics are just trying to loosen and get more aggressive around the perimeter. It has not been so ground and pound. Moving screen. And oh god, that's another wasted possession. Can we stop trying to get offensive fouls, please? Now we're back. Brunson, and he's going to attack for the kick out. McBride. Oh, oh God. Town. Oh yeah. Oh my God, Mitch. Come on, offensive board again. Kick out. Towns for 3. Oh. Porzingis with another miss. Brunson getting pressed. Cut off Deuce McBride. Brunson, step. Gather, step back. It's good for 3. JB. Lobs it in. Okay, so how come Luke Cornett can't catch a lob, but a fucking point guard can? Yeah, that step back is where we need it. And that's good. Oh, ball's loose. Stolen by OG Anunoby. Misses, but second chance. Bucket by Miles McBride. Boston Celtics just in a very uncomfortable spot to be in, where you feel like the jig is up on their title hopes, but still anything could happen in the second half. So I'm not trying to underestimate that. I'm really trying to take advantage of turnovers, heavy on the break, and let Brunson and Towns do their thing. Catch the swing down the lane. Towns take it to the glass. Yes, and count it. Let's get it. Towns going monster mode again. Absolutely MVP. MVP levels of Towns right now.
He's on fire!
This is insane. Oh my God, we are not getting the zesty posts as soon as Towns is probably going to drop a career performance. We are not getting zesty freaking posts for Towns. The slander will stop today. Bride. Dribble up and give it straight to, yes. For 3. Precious Achua. I have not seen much of the series. Oh, down the lane. No good. Brunson slows down the tempo again. Might get the shot clock taken off. 10 seconds. Brunson will dribble down. Screen coming by OG Anunoby. The dime. Ball's loose. McBride. Bang! Let's go! Let's fucking go! We're damn near up by 30. We're damn near up by 30 against the Celtics. PJ has contributed nothing, and I'm so happy for him. Let's go! Brunson trying to kiss goodbye away from the Garden. The Boston Celtics second half. Will it be the final here in freaking Madison Square Garden? Oh my God, bro! I'm sorry. I'm trying to collect myself, man, because I seen double 25 plus comebacks this series. I've seen 20-point comeback. Gonna piss me off if it does happen, folks. I'm sorry, but I'm very happy. This has been an outstanding series. Towns has been such more of a vocal point than Brunson. Brunson had the second quarter to himself, but Towns was heavily aggressive. I loved it. Hustle ball out when we were even missing threes. When we were missing jumpers, we push over for the second chance buckets. It very inefficient was Jaylen Brown. An undisciplined physical defense from the Celtics. They were really falling behind, especially off Derek White threes. Peyton Pritchard threes couldn't follow through. Drew Holiday was getting frustrated over Josh Hart's antics. So this is what we need to play for in our top guys to produce. This is what we're capable of here in the postseason. So I'm very happy for what's going on, guys. It's insane. This is insane. My heart's racing, folks. My heart is racing. Josh Hart is racing the limit. God damn, she got some titties. What Levi's commercial is that? Go back. Go back. Oh, my God, man. And we got Fantastic Four in the summer, too. We win the finals, man. I'm going to celebrate. Like it's 19. I don't know. I didn't live around that time. Game 7 as well this weekend for the Nuggets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Will the Thunder finally make it back to the conference finals since 2016? Completely different roster. Or the Denver Nuggets try to redeem themselves with Westbrook making it back to the conference finals since KD. Since the KD era, folks. It's been that long. 2 unlucky series with the Clippers, where he fallen short even though he wasn't that bad of an energy guy. And now when like the later half of his career, he's followed up as a good rotation piece. So I'm very glad that Westbrook is actually producing well when there's a guy better than him on the floor like Nikola Jokic. But yeah, this is insane of a game, because Celtics were doing so well when they were trailing by 15 last game 5, and they were still collectively a good perimeter offense, but they felt like they lost everything. Shots couldn't go over top of the key. Luke Cornett was like a big Achilles heel. He could not catch boards when he was rolling around the basket off the roll. Could not complete any shots. Jaylen Brown felt so quiet. There's probably going to be more of a vocal point for Kristaps Porzingis to be more of the vocal point offensively at this point. He can actually post around and try to dominate it off the mismatch. you're pushing the switch and you're trying to make Jaylen Brown dribble off transition. Big mistake. Big turnover that went into a second chance bucket off Deuce McBride. And it costed them in several occasions. That's not a good look. Too many takeaways off buckets. They went 47% when it comes to like winning their game. They had to be like 31% from shooting from three. Because this is abysmal shooting. Even for Boston Celtics standards, this is abysmal shooting. So Celtics fans, how you all feel at your perspective about only Jaylen Brown getting 18, but the rest of the Knicks starting 5+ is outscoring them except probably Mitchell Robinson, that after his horror show of the first quarter, he like was immense off the switch defense to shut down Jaylen Brown, and Drew Holiday got the wings and caused turnovers. And Celtics were just getting way too physical off the switch. This was my favorite play of the game, other than the step back three from Jalen Brunson. Quick switch off Mitchell Robinson to close out and cause a turnover and just completely deactivate Jaylen Brown for Towns to get the Euro timeout after the point counted. And the chase down block from Miles McBride to turn out to be an and one from Josh Hart. You know, it's one of the best plays when it's not even a three-pointer or a dunk. It's crazy. Or it could be my bias. But besides this is like for Knicks fans, I wouldn't feel more blessed. But wow. What's going to be the Celtics game plan? Because I doubt Mazzulla is going to just fly with a trailing by damn near 30 in the second half in an elimination game where you guys know you're not in home court. That's going to be a no-no from a 60-win squad. So that's my question. So we're in halftime. We're going into report over in the halftime show. So I'll be right back. My fault. So Brock Purdy, with his major contract signing, then we got. I think still it's going to be a conversation piece for the remainder of the offseason. It's going to be the George Pickens trade for only, I think, a third and a second round pick and a fifth. Was that the smart move to go? I'm just very curious because What's the ambition to probably build over for next season? Though, Pittsburgh is probably just going to get another first round exit with their defensive capabilities, and they just got DK Metcalf, and probably it's a personality issue. So what's the goal? I think that's the only concern here. I think that's a major concern because what other offensive depth they have other than McDonald? They don't really have the most inclined offensive unit. They've been just a competitive 7th seed at best football team. And even getting a future quarterback inclined, because I remember Jalen Milroe was one of their targets. Invited them over in the dinner after ignoring out getting Shador Sanders, knowing probably his draft capital was going to fall under to begin with. So I'm very curious what's going to be the vocal point going into the draft. I'm going into this offseason. Training camp's probably going to be a question if a lot of ifs for this for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They do got back Mason Rudolph. Like, that's a good thing. I'm sorry. Still under halftime break. So Jason Tatum with his Achilles tear, probably out for at least more than a year. Oh my lord. Soldier Boy threatens DDG, his brother Dub, and their sister telling them to leave LA, and calls on Aiden Ross to set up a boxing. Why? Every time. Soldier Boy, I try to at least support you into how you evolve to the rap game in a more internet mainstream. And every time it's got to be on some fuck shit. And Carmelo Hayes, loose Alistair Black, as expected. Yeah, we're getting koala reactions. Oh, Devontae Adams trying to return. Obviously not to Vegas. Possibly to Green Bay. Or to Pittsburgh. That could be the plan. Second half of the Pittsburgh Steelers schedule is very concerning to me. Very concerning. You get like 3 division leaders in a row. Cincinnati Bengals, Miami Dolphins. Like, damn, second half, they do not want the Steelers to have an easy chance. So now it's Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, and Skylar Thompson with the conversation of Aaron Rodgers still signing over with the football team. We don't know when. Probably before training camp, so we might wait until June. Jalen Warren is still an exceptional starting caliber halfback behind Najee Harris after he left. So it's DK Metcalf, Robert Woods. That hasn't been good since like you want to say 2021, 2022. Calvin Austin, that's like a third is like a slot receiver at best. With Pat Freiermuth, that's an exceptional. That's at least above average tight end. With Connor Hayward, that they use as like a pseudo double tight end block, and a sub-average offensive line. Pittsburgh is more of a beckoning on their defensive front to make them a competitive team in a very dicey and dangerous AFC North with the Cleveland Browns that are going to be rebuilding upon possibly the most interesting quarterback fight of the season next to the New York Giants. I'm a superhero, Lois. I don't like black. Yeah, it's not been looking good for the Celtics. Could they be going back home after losing Jason Tatum? After damn near trailing, we're back. Fiend, I swear, if I gotta hear Fiend one more time, bro, we get it, bro. You didn't win Album of the Year because you were good for like 4 or 5 tracks. Like, shut the fuck up, man. They do got Darius Slay. Deshaun Elliott, Micah Fitzpatrick is still a good safety in the NFL. With Joey Porter, TJ Watt is still an all-pro linebacker in the NFL, but we don't know how long. Patrick Queen, they swooped up from Baltimore. Alex Highsmith. They have a very outstanding defensive 11. Pull up 3. No good from Brown. Offensive rebound. Oh, fight over Luke Cornett. Ball recovered by Jalen Brunson off transition. Mikal Bridges hands it over. Back over Hart. Kicks out. OG Anunoby pushes the blow by. Contested 2. Counted for OG. Anunoby for 2. An extra. 31-point lead for the Knicks. Cornett. Horford muscling off the mismatch with Hart. Bumps off the 2-point. No good. Matching up. Fakes over the lane. Gets blocked by Cornett. Rebounded by Brown. 2-on-3 fast break. Slows the tempo to kick out top of the key. White for 3. Knocks it down. All right. All right, folks. This is where like pessimism like sits in, and I'm not trying to do something to ruin the vibrations tonight. But come on, man, I'm really not trying to. Back miss off transition, high pass over. Here they are switching around possession off the screen. Handoff back to Holiday. Mikal Bridges. Holiday takes it off the blow by. Foul by Mikal Bridges. Please don't collapse in the second half. Kicks out White for three. Oh, God, they're building momentum. Oh, no. Timeout. Fuck are we doing? 0 for 4 for Derek White. And now he's garnering a rhythm now thanks that we're in a new half. Oh, God. Come on, boys. You guys got to not, like, try to slow tempo down. Bounces straight over to Bridges. Swings off the double screen. Hits hard. Matched up over Cornette. Bridges, top of the key for three. We got our own fucking Michael P. Jordan. Our Michael Porter Jr. We got our own Michael Porter Jr. Swings White for three. Offensive board by Josh Hart. Off transition, a bit smothered. Trying to dime it. OG, fading jumper, down Mikal. Let's go. Oh, the shove off. Offensive foul off the shove off from Jaylen Brown. Oh, hell nah. Al Horford trying to juggle the ball off the dribble. He tried to play some FIFA. We're playing 2K, buddy. For three. Hey, Brunson. Timeout, Boston again. Timeout. You guys need a whole team talk. Y'all need a revelation. Y'all need a prayer. Knicks in 6. Pick up the stick. They're not promoting this in the morning, right? You eating. I just love Popeye's subtle commercials about unsubtle. that we always get black people to do fried chicken commercials. Because it just fits. All right. We're getting good rhythm, but I don't want the Celtics to follow through on their threes. Looks like Derek White is finally finding his rhythm. Now, but I was mainly worried about than Jaylen Brown. $24 bro. I'm older than their conference final drought. Larry Johnson. The Knicks are going to make a goddamn conference finals before, not GTA 6, since Joel Embiid was born. Joel Embiid is older than our conference final drought. That is sad. Holiday trying to blow away over the kick out. For three from Horford. Air balls it. Rebound straight from Brunson. And he always trying to slow up the tempo and take it down the step back. Fake off the hezzy. Takes the contest. Swings to Hart for three. Yes! 77-43. Holy shit. Bam, 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 bam. Taking up the blow by. Acrobatic pass by Al Horford. The veteran 5 just pushes up the blow by to go for a fake dime to Luke Cornett is crazy work. The kick out straight to Jaylen Brown, not the fit. God damn. OG, off a handoff from Brunson, gives it to Towns to muscle up on off the blow by and count it. And one for Towns to make this a 3-point play for the Celtics. I mean, for the Knicks. A legendary Clyde is here. Watching something that he made regular for the Knicks. That's a contender back in his prime. Let's go. Knicks in 6. Knicks in 6. Celtics pass the sticks. Pass the sticks. Dimes it. Brown waiting over for the offense. Ball nearly poked away from Hart. Hacking a bit of Josh Hart with a bit of hacking. And that's going to be a reach and foul. Over the pump. Good stop by Mikal Bridges. Let's go. Thanks, TRL. Thank you. Oh, I'm kidding. He was a net. He was a net before this. Towns. They don't really like reaching off his weak side. And I have never seen Towns this aggressive before. Oh my God. Off the Euro ball poked away. Oh, it's Nick still Celtics ball? Wait, hold on. I'm sure it rolled off his knee. Good swap by Mikal Bridges. Let's go, boy. Oh, Tibbs is gonna challenge. We won the other challenge. Yeah, that rolled off his knee for sure. That's Nick's ball all game. Watch his camera. Just unstoppable wingspan. Good timing off Mikal Bridges, man. Oh my God. Why did he take off his braids, man? Yeah, I belong West Virginia. Yeah, I'm there. Country road. Halliburton has his own signature colorway for his exceptional performance against the Cavaliers. Giving back-to-back trips you haven't seen since the Big Three LeBron era with the Miami Heat. Yeah, it's been since the Paul George era with the Pacers. We're still under commercial. Patrick Mahomes and Robert Griffin III are inducted into the Texas High School Hall of Fame. Also for their tenure over Heisman winner Robert Griffin III. Sadly, was the best consistently for Robert Griffin III. His Heisman campaign over in Baylor. And Patrick Mahomes' gunslinging performances over for Texas Tech. It's still so weird. Mahomes with just a perm high top fade. That's it. It's just weird. But congrats to both players. Of course, Snow Bunny defender Robert Griffin III. Oh, they did Central C dirty, bro. Whose house? Reebok, this is why you guys are failing. Y'all need to get AEW away from your sneakers. Moving the ball off transition. It's 80-43. My God, Nick. You're about to trail by 40, Celtics. Oh, my God. All right. Brunson pushes the step, hits hard, Towns for three, but White's there to help. Rolling screen off the switch. Yeah, it's been a while, John Jay. It's great to hear you, man. I wanted to ask if you were ever on stream to talk about the Brock Purdy contract. If you want to put your 2 cents on that as well, because I know that's going to be a conversation starter. Double teamed. Bridges. We are up by goddamn 30. We are up by goddamn 40. And another offensive board by Josh Hart. We're leading by like 34 against the Boston Celtics, man. Nothing else can make me happy other than a driver's license. But besides that, the Celtics are just getting outplayed without Jason Tatum on the floor. Good kick out over to OG. Bridges, straight to Hart. Back to Brunson. Pushes over the blow by. And one. Okay, he'll get on the line. That's cool. Sorry about what happened with the Warriors, by the way, John Jay. You lose to Michael Jordan's kid. What do you want me to say? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I really thought he could get the and one off the up and under. He already had a missing off the other hand. He could just switch. And Brunson's on the line already. Unlike SGA, he actually can just get the bucket into the line without needing to use ref ball. Yes, I accuse Shea Gilgeous-Alexander of being a flopper. Back-to-back foul shots made. 5 already near foul trouble as Jaylen Brown kicks out top of the key. Al Horford will follow through. More efficient from 3 somehow. Is Al Horford over Jaylen Brown? The worser Jaylen, and a turnover off transition over half court. Ball poked away from Mikal Bridges, Karl Anthony Towns to Brunson. So how's it going, John Jay, if you're still over on the stream? Oh, down the lane. Takes it off of the open under. Oh, ball gets missed over the rebound. Sorry, there's a bit of a delay. New contract, didn't know, been working. Just got home. Yeah, $265 million. An extensive sacrifice. That's why we lost a lot of role pieces to keep paying, especially if we were going to keep Debo on salary. And we kind of knew the extension was going to be a sub-average plus 100 million. I was thinking around 195 million. I wasn't going to put him in top 10 contracts in the NFL. Like, that's even, I think that's more than even Trevor Lawrence at this point. But he has gotten a lot of results for us, so I don't expect him to be out of the woods yet. Blow by down the lane, and Jaylen Brown finishes. But one more foul, and he's out of the game. That I'm sure the Knicks are going to gamble attacking the rim to do. 20 points for Jaylen Brown, 5 fouls. Kicks out. But I have nothing against Brock Purdy. He deserves it, especially for Mr. Irrelevant to now in top 10 quarterback discussions. Over the finish. Towns finishes. Let's get it. Oh, yes. And a reach in coming off. Stop playing FIFA, Miles. He is getting hacked and abused around the floor. Good finish by Towns. Ball nearly poked away off the inbound from OG Anunoby. Towns with 21, 8 of 18. Very aggressive shooting splits in the first quarter. Dialed it down to still attack around the rim. Fadeaway jumper around the contest from Brunson. Face to face with Jaylen Brown. Trail by 33 now. Down the blow by, takes it baseline, over the step back, counted around the rim, and it's going to be a foul. Brunson will hit the line, taking advantage of the midair. Jaylen Brown off the contact from the shot attempt. Ooh, my God. And Knicks fans already waving goodbye like he's the mayor of New York. And that is an ejection, a foul out for Jaylen Brown that Brunson been waiting to happen. I called it. He's already pushing over 5 fouls, trying to be more aggressive on the defensive side of the ball. And Jaylen is not going to foul out, going 8 of 20, 20 points. Very inefficient shooting splits. Jaylen's impact is not really affected much when it came to him being very aggressive. I felt like there was no spots for him to tread by. We'll probably see more Porzingis around the fourth quarter. Because they've been too codependent on the yeah, thanks to Jason Tatum being gone. So yeah, this might not work out. So that has to suck. Yeah, the contract is still crazy though. But contract quarterbacks are a double-edged sword. I think that goes for a lot of players. 3 from OG. Bang! 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 Wait, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm sorry. Give me 2 seconds.
He's on fire!
Yes! Yes! Oh my God, Knicks. Just put the foot off the gas pedal. Jeez. Just step back. OG, corner 3. Again. Offensive rebound. Brunson. Bang. Not another offensive board. Picked up off Josh Hart. Corner 3. Bang. Oh, Knicks. Knicks. Oh my God, my heart's about to stop. Oh. My heart's about to stop, man. My heart's about to stop. Boston! For once!
You're done.
Once, Boston.
You're washed. It's over.
Let's go! It's fucking awesome. Oh my God, Jonja, you don't know how it feels, man. I mean, you kind of do. Warriors didn't have such a great golden period around the 2000s and 90s. But, geez, man, my heart's about to pound, man. We're going to finally make a conference finals, dude. Ooh. I've never felt this way in years, bro. Even if we lose the conference finals, folks, I am so proud of how we've played this entire game. We are playing in such a dominant manner. Minnesota Timberwolves will be possibly playing against either Nuggets and Thunder. But oh my God, we're about to hit the fourth quarter and just under 2 minutes left into the game, into the half. Kicks out Pritchard. Too late. Rattles the rim. It's good for Pritchard. McBride hits to Hart. Bounces up the post. Muscles over Hauser. For three. No good. Kicks out. Down the roll. Off the baseline. Oh, a bit of craftiness over by Peyton Pritchard. He is really shifty. I'm so used to him as a spot up around the perimeter. He can pop, but I didn't know how crafty he is against solid opponents when he's one-on-one. It's actually pretty fun to watch. Down the baseline. Takes it Pritchard around the rim, and he's been the only person cooking thanks to Jaylen Brown getting fouled out of the game. 6 points. 3 of 6 with under 15 remaining, and a round of applause around the Garden. Even with one more quarter remaining, Hart tries to cut by. Ball a bit loose off the pass. Step back for 3. Anunoby misses. That will buzz out the third, and we're heading to the fourth and final quarter. Celtics fans were not. I know Celtics fans. Oh my God! Even for me, I hate Celtics fans to death, but I expect a better performance. Oh my God! That is an insane result, folks. I'm being serious with you. I wish I'll be joking. But no hate, but even though there's hate for the Celtics, not a lot of people were expecting a performance like this. Jaylen Brown, people are expecting more potency coming from the backcourt like always. Peyton Pritchard to at least slot up at least 10. Like, it's a shocker. It's a real shocker. Celtics fans, I can understand the crash out. I can get it. Me personally, I wouldn't foul out with 20. And then you piss out your legs and you're expecting Peyton Pritchard to put up more points than your starting center. And Al Horford even performed better, even though some of these guys were below 15. Below 10 even for most of the game. So that does not shock me. $800 million for Milan to leave. Rest in peace, Sabu, folks. Rest in peace. Oh, we got a guest here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the great... Oh, my fault. Please welcome one of the best Niners fans you'll see around the video space here on YouTube. Please welcome John Jay. What's going on?
Yo.
What's popping?
Nothing much. Got home. I saw you were live. And then you said about the Brock Purdy contract. I was like, what? And then I look, I was like, what?
Oh, I thought that'd be major news already. I'm shocked you just heard. I know you're probably busy, but
working all day.
Get a notification or anything.
I have like a super
near a weekend too.
I have a very busy job, so that's why I'm not streaming or doing anything. Sometimes I come home early, sometimes I come home super late.
Anything to make money, John Jay. I ain't against it. Man got responsibilities.
Yep.
Yeah,
Plus,
but
I have to work.
John.
I live in the Bay Area. It's very expensive out here.
Oh yeah, I understand that. Oof. I'm trying to move out of New York area.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very conflicted because I want to feel like he deserves some money. But do you feel like that's a bit of a high expectation to push off him, knowing how the roster is going to be different offensively?
Like last offseason, Jed York, who I despise, said,
I know.
"Whatever the
You've
market
been
dictates,
vocal.
I'm willing to open up my checkbook and sign whatever he's worth." So,
Oh my god. I'm sorry, John Jay, to cut you off, man. You just don't know how much joy I'm feeling right now. If you're hearing about the Celtics, right? The Celtics Knicks game.
92 to
I am
57.
flabbergasted.
What?
3-pointer. Nope.
I know David Corona's happy. He hates the Celtics.
I'm just so happy, man. So we're on the same boat. No, I thought he was a Kings fan,
No, he's a diehard Lakers.
not a
like
Lakers fan.
Yeah, so basically the Lakers and like he's like, as long
Clippers
as we do
fan.
better,
Crazy.
he says that they're moving to San Diego.
Yeah.
He actually lives in Los Angeles, so it makes a lot of sense.
That doesn't sound half bad.
Yep. Now
that's actually fair.
He actually lives technically in the suburbs of LA, Riverside, and basically like down like another small town is where the infamous Rudy, the Rams fan, lives, and they actually bumped into each other one time.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yep.
Oh, and that's good. That's good. Oh, Brunson took an awkward fall. Yeah. So this game is completely decided. Like the largest margin was like 38 points. Celtics were not playing their best basketball. Oh, no, foul. Hart's getting on the line. Oh my god. You know what else has been interesting, John Jay? Pittsburgh Steelers. We don't know what's going to be happening still.
Mm-hmm.
Other than like the Aaron Rodgers, we know that's probably going to be the biggest debate.
Yep.
I don't really care, to be honest with you. I don't care. Even if Aaron Rodgers does go to Pittsburgh, like you traded away one of your prime young all-pro receivers for like just DK Metcalf. And DK Metcalf, we know how threatening he's. We've dealt with him for years. And DK Metcalf can either be shut off of good man-to-man play, or you're leaving him over the deep route where obviously he used that explosive body of his to really kill a lot of teams.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's in a big division where I feel like he's going to be a way more competitive streak. And he'll probably be more of the primary option, knowing that Robert Woods is like the second best receiver on the team. You know him from the Rams.
Yep.
And Calvin Austin also, wasn't he also a Ram?
Yeah.
Oh God. So you got like a notable, like suitable system of receivers knowing the role with a decent like tight end. So I don't know what's the ambition, because Pittsburgh has been carried off their defense for a long time. So I don't know if Aaron Rodgers would really help or downgrade the problem.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there.
I wouldn't stress. I wouldn't stress, to be fair. They'll just get another first round exit and blame it on Aaron Rodgers. That always happens on Pittsburgh now. They haven't been contenders since 2016. I would give or take 2017 when they got mollywopped by the Jaguars. Back when Saxonville was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, Mikal. That's another good mid-range jumper. 101 to 65. Oh my God. For ITC watching this live. Oh my God. Their bench players are outperforming their starting rotation. This is crazy.
Could this
I
be
saw
the
Buster
year?
Rhymes.
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead, John Jay. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Imagine if this year the Knicks make it to the finals.
I will build a rocket and shoot it upstairs and shoot it outside. I will build a rocket. 3. Deuce. It's all right. You don't know how we dominated this much off offensive rebounds. Switches. Corner 3. It's good. Bang. Brunson for 3. 103-64. Spike Lee's, of course, here with Russell Wilson, new quarterback. He's even wearing the Letterman jacket.
Mm.
Oh, God, he's wearing the Giants Letterman jacket.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm sure Russell Wilson won't do a bad job, I swear. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yep.
Giants Nation. Let's grow, I guess. I have never been this happy in my entire life since Niners made it. My first time seeing the Niners make it to a Super Bowl.
Mm.
And that was like what, 2013? The 2012-13 season?
It was a 2012 season.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was the 2012 season when we lost to Baltimore in the Superdome.
Early this morning, 3 venture capitalists from the Silicon area purchased 6% between the 3 of them. So each of them had like 2%. And it brought in $50 billion towards the Niners.
Jesus Christ.
And then Brock Purdy gets paid. That makes sense now.
Can we get Devontae Adams? No. We need to pay the new Joe Montana. Oh my God, guys.
Well, now Brock Purdy have some high expectations because you have to play how you are paid. And I was hoping that
sometimes a paycheck is going to overshadow your performance, feeling like you always got to play Tom Brady level or Aaron Rodgers level. So yeah, that's going to be the unfair expectations depending on the role.
Listen, I don't like the Eagles, but the general manager, how they structured Jalen Hurts' contract, everything is incentivized, meaning that Jalen Hurts has to play good to receive all that money because he's only going to be making $48 million throughout that contract, which is kind of hilarious if you think about it. That he's being underpaid and other quarterbacks who are like bums are making more than him.
Trevor Lawrence is getting paid more than Russell Wilson. Who else is getting? Isn't Deshaun Watson in the last year of his contract?
Yep.
I feel like what, $64 million he's getting paid each year, or $59 million?
Probably.
Yikes! Hey, he got a ring. You don't have to be the best paid to get a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you get your contract after the ring.
Yep.
Leave the memories alone. Boston won't be seeing that for a while. Good luck with your $300 million flops, Boston. Okay, to be fair, Jason Tatum was cooking us before his Achilles tore. So, and Jaylen Brown already filed out, so this is kind of c'est la vie. Fuck your clam chowder. You take your 17 championships from segregation and shove it, Boston. New York is back. And we will finally win a NBA championship after we're done with Tyrese Halliburton. Ooh, that collision. Oh. We have a bit. Oh, yeah, they're going back to the horrific injury from Jason Tatum. Boss, I'm really trying to see the Knicks win an NBA Finals. I'll live with a bunch of championship droughts in New York teams if I just see that once. And then we got our own Steph Curry. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I don't like the Pacers. I don't want to see the Pacers in the. That's just my
NBA final.
preference. So I'll
Yeah,
probably be
I
rooting for New
understand.
York. Like the only thing
Smart
they're really
man.
known is Reggie Miller. A fun fact who
And
was
Malice
from
in the
UCLA,
Palace.
but that's about it. Yeah, they're not really known for much.
I mean, of course, Indiana trying to build their own legacy. They tried when Paul George was leading them. So this is a big deal for their franchise, knowing they haven't been contenders like this since since the 2012, 2013 era when Paul George was their best player. They had Roy Hibbert, Jeff Teague, Monte. I think they had Monte Ellis first season. They had some decent players, but they weren't like a great team. They had to play LeBron James when he was in the Miami Heat. So this is like the best they could do with like their point guard. While we're like an actual structured unit. Even though Thibodeau overplays his starters. But we get it done and we're not injury prone this year. So that's the only upside that we can push over, that we're actually a gritting team. But the Pacers really proven a lot of teams wrong, even though like their biggest threat was the Cavaliers, and the Cavaliers lost in 5. Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they were a 60-win team. They were a great basketball team until like their 2 best players got out for like a couple games in the series, and Halliburton went off. And this is when he was like being accused of being an overrated point guard because of his All-Star season. And nobody liked him. I feel like that's the same reason why people don't like Stephen Curry. Light skin, a bias. Nobody likes a light skin athlete that's performing well.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be like, I'm sure. I'm not. Look, I'm not trying to name any names, but I'm sure there was a reason people didn't liked Shaquille O'Neal over Reggie Miller.
There was a point where Steph Curry was about to be a bust because in his first 2 seasons he kept getting hurt. Because if you ever seen pictures of Steph Curry when he was young, he was skinny and fragile.
Very small. He was still from his Davidson frame, so he didn't really develop much of his frame yet.
Mark Jackson showed up and he bulked him up and he moved him from shooting guard to a point guard, and he thrived better as a point guard. Unfortunately, the Warriors management had a bit of some issues with him, and they're like, you know what, you're a good coach, but you don't work well with ownership. And of course, the scandal that he was disrespectful to a woman who was an executive, which was not true.
This ain't Fox Sports. Y'all just didn't like him,
and
I'm so sorry to make that reference.
And like they wanted like Kerr to run the team because he was like a really good communicator with the front office. And so if you fire Mark Jackson after taking the team back-to-back playoff runs, in 1 year you guys beat the Spurs, and they were a really good team. But then, again, like Mark Jackson's reputation got tarnished.
He got blackballed from the entire league, and not a lot of teams picked him up for what he's changed.
And at the end of the day, like I said, Mark Jackson drafted the players, and then Kerr, got the credit.
What was even the best draft over the Steve Kerr era? Would you say Jordan Poole? Even though in his draft detail they had him as like a chucking guard that couldn't develop, helped you guys win the championship, and just his draft detail wasn't used well until like he developed under Steph Curry. So it's either dumb luck, because they thought James Wiseman would be finally the guy that you helped with the front court, and he became an injury-prone bust.
Well, that dude was hurt when he was a senior in high school. Of course, the COVID year happened.
Yeah.
didn't play. And technically, if you really think about it, he only played freshman, sophomore, and junior. He never played his senior ball. And so I hated that pick. A lot of people called me delusional. And then even after he went to their developing league team in Santa Cruz, which is not even in the Bay Area, they were like, dude, our undrafted players are better than this injury prone dude. And so they traded him away to, I think, or something. I don't know. So that's their problem.
He was on the Pacers. I think he was on the Kings. You guys got to rip off Marvin Bagley.
Jeez. Imagine if he would have drafted Anthony Edwards, but the Timberwolves.
I think he's on Detroit. I think he's on Indiana still.
And see, Anthony Edwards, like for sure, the Timberwolves are not going to pass up on him. But hypothetically, if that happened,
oh God, John Jay still there? This is a blowout. Continue.
Sheesh. Just imagine if we would have drafted Anthony Edwards, then we could have got rid of Curry, Clay, and Green much earlier and developed them around them, because we still would have got the what's that dude? Kuminga.
Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah. And then we got a young guy called Davis Price from Indiana who's showing some promise. It's just Kerr doesn't play the young guys. And so but we'll see what happens. Like,
you feel like
we may have to be bad and somehow get a lottery pick to get a really good player to change.
Ooh, I don't know about that, John Jay. That even trying to tank is not really the incentive, because you saw how Dallas got their pick over the number one, and they had the least margin of odds, while like Utah was projected to get the 5th pick. So I guess they're really trying to like double down on mediocre teams fighting over for bottom place for a first overall pick, because they'll probably let bias take a side for franchises. So they're not trying to rush like Cooper Flagg's development with something like Utah. And they'd rather put him in a win now situation like Dallas, or trade him over for a more incentivized pick. Like, it's the same reason what they did with Kyrie Irving when LeBron James left over for Miami and he went to Cleveland, and they also got Andrew Wiggins. So like, they're like, if you're thinking like the NBA is rigged, it's been rigged. I can admit it as a Knicks fan, because you probably weren't alive for the Patrick Ewing debacle over the lottery process for the Knicks when they were facing out of the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson era. And Patrick Ewing becomes like the key contributor for the Knicks era around the 90s. And you get that debacle with the bent lottery envelope. And that's how they dialed for the Knicks to get the pick. I remember David Stern was getting interviewed for it, and they were saying, leave me alone. We had no intention for that to be fixed. That wasn't fixed. And then David Stern said something out of pocket on the radio show host. You want to hear what he said?
What?
He said, "Oh, how was it beating your wife?" Whoa. What? They're like, where did that come from? David Stern was like heavily defensive because he thinks that, the NBA is not fixed. The draft wasn't fixed. So how come the Knicks envelope was the only thing bent? Well, everything else was placed evenly. Like, that's a fair question.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even Magic Johnson had that same thing.
Yep. Yeah, technically, Magic Johnson should not have been a Laker, because I don't know what team had the number one pick, but somehow they had the number one pick, I think, after being the best team in basketball. And so that was like, if you want to talk about, that was more shady, because
that was and let's keep it a buck. The Los Angeles Lakers never drafted well unless it involves controversy. Because before, like around when was Magic Johnson drafted? Like 1980.
Yeah, 80.
So around the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar already had 4 seasons. Then they pick up Willie Jones. Then they pick up James Worthy. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, like that was already like a good team. And
Ricky
then
Mixon,
yeah,
Mark Steve. Some of these guys are championship milestones for the Los Angeles Lakers. Like the only like weak pick you would say is AC Green around that time period. Andre Turner until like the turn of the next decade, when like their best pick around the 90s. You know, what was their best pick around the 90s other than Nick Van Exel? It was either Eddie Jones or Vlade Divac, and then he got traded away.
they got lucky with Kobe.
Oh, they got very lucky with Kobe because they didn't get a good draft pick until Derek Fisher, and that was the '96 NBA draft.
So technically, Kobe was drafted by
The Charlotte Hornets.
the Hornets, and then they traded away Vlade Divac.
Yeah. And it's like, why would the Charlotte Hornets know this high school phenom wouldn't be a bust? And how could David Stern not veto that trade? Why would the Hornets not gamble on a high school commodity that obviously was NBA ready? So that makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's you see how interesting it is. Even the 2000s, the after getting Kobe Bryant, they did not draft well, either than Sasha Vucevic. That was the only person that was damn near 10 points next to Andrew Bynum, 10,000 points. It was only Jordan Farmer that was a decent pick that they had. The only notable pick they had around the turn of the decade was just Patrick Beverly. That became the Miami Heat's pick, and Jamal Crawford's brother. They can't draft. They cannot draft. The Lakers cannot draft. Jesus Christ. If you want to count D'Angelo Russell, fine. But their best draft pick around the last decade was probably Lonzo Ball, even though he didn't have much of a career with the Los Angeles Lakers. He's more notable for Chicago Bulls. Yeah, so it's either trade bias because the NBA has so much of a dependency on Lakers being such a majority market, and no other team can try to evolve beyond that, even for other big markets. Like you even shown that Dallas wouldn't be that much of a priority for the even if the Lakers were like a rebuilding team, they'd have more primetime spots than probably like back-to-back champion Golden State Warriors. I've seen it. It's terrible. God, that 1972 banner is finally not going to be lonely. We'll finally get to see a new banner soon. Horford misses again. Yeah, John Jay, that's a victory for the Knicks. You know why? PJ Tucker's on the floor. PJ Tucker is finally playing basketball, and he's probably going to just show a new shoe from his collection and like miss like 10 shots. And that's okay. I'm okay with it. I guess John Jay left. But yeah, I'm okay with it. Folks, that's a wrap. You got 2.5 minutes. I don't care if we just trail the lead by like 30. We are done with the Celtics. Garbage time players are in. Precious Achua is finally getting some minutes. Breakaway around the lane. He's getting on the line. Tyler Kulak is on the floor with Cameron Payne. He got a mustache now. Oh, we got another guest. Oh, no, it's still John Jay. What's going on?
My bad. I clicked the wrong button.
Oh, no problem.
So we're gonna have a Pacers and New York. Well, that's like 90s.
Oh, that's so 90s.
Like rivalry. Those rivalries were crazy.
I'm sure more people were expecting Celtics versus Cavaliers.
Mm-hmm.
flipped the script, and now the Pacers in a gritty. I'm trying to get revenge after like Jalen Brunson had to fight for injuries in the conference semifinals because last year we had the Pacers in the second round. Pacers destroyed us in 6. And shot a game winner next to Reggie Miller when he was on the commentary table. I'm really trying to end Pacers' hopes. I'm really trying to end them. And the best part is there's no the only team that I feel like would be the only team we have to watch out for is the Nuggets because they're the only team with championship experience at this point.
Oh, that's Gavitt's team. I told you, John Jay.
I told you. Oh, God, I don't want to hear from him. Liverpool won the championship this year. I don't want to hear from him today.
Oh, he's going to be like relentless if the basketball team is in the finals.
Oh God, and he's a Liverpool fan, so I'd probably get to hear from. Got it.
He says he said that soccer has been restored. That Liverpool is the savior.
Oh my God, soccer fans always say that whenever their team sucks.
Yeah.
You Manchester City fans being like, "Oh, the league sucks." You know why? Because you don't care about the worst teams. Like they try to make an excuse. And dribbling out the clock. Let's fucking go. I don't have air horn sound effects. Sorry. Well, hold on. What celebratory sound effects they got here?
Mm-hmm.
The Wolf Pack is back with some mass destruction. Let's go! First conference finals appearance since 1999, where we lost to the Spurs. No excuses. We put our knee on the throat of the Celtics and we destroy them without their best player. 2 of their best players out. Destroyed them in the biggest margin, John Jay. Nearly a 40-point shutout on home court in the Madison Square Garden. Destroyed the Boston Celtics. Screw Clam Chowder. Screw Larry Bird. Screw Deuce. Screw Jason Tatum. Your best player only had 20 points and fouled out, while your second best player was your 6th man, and your third best player is damn near 40 years old. 10 points in 26 minutes. Give it a round of applause for the Boston Celtics, defending champions of the world, everybody. Clap a tiny bit, John Jay. Knicks, Jalen Brunson, 23 points with OG Anunoby. Karl Anthony Towns with a very dominant second half. Had the second half with 18 points, but kind of put his foot around the gas pedal. Second half was Jalen Brunson, step back 3 after step back 3, dominating around the rim. Our MVP, I mean, sure, it's going to be just Jokic and SGA fighting over it, but all that matters, Knicks country, Knicks Mafia will be celebrating around the streets. Even if we lose the conference finals, this is going to be an overall great season. For this win now situation, Mikal Bridges, I shitted on you all season, I'm not going to lie. But I'm so proud of you. For the Celtics...
You're done. You're washed. It's over.
There will be free chopped cheese for the day, and we'll be back to the dollar slices. Economy. We will have no tariffs if the Knicks win the NBA Finals, John Jay. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
We will have economic balance. This is way better than Michael Jordan's three-peat. If the Knicks win it, I have never felt so much joy. Tracy Jones. Now they're showing pictures of Allen Houston being hugged by, who is that? Is that Jeff Van Gundy? Oh God, he was still bald in 1999. They're showing video packages of Carmelo Anthony. I'm older than John Jay. I didn't even know I'm older than the Knicks conference finals drought. You know who else is older than the Knicks conference finals drought? Joel Embiid's life.
Spongy, he's a great player, John.
He's a great player. He's a great player. It was Paul George's fault. It was. Let's fucking go. Yes, Swerve. Let's go. Oh my god. Jeez, man. Shout out to Swerve, man. It's been a minute. It's good to hear from you, man. I am so happy we shut out the Celtics.
I know YTT's happy.
Oh, I know YTC is happy. He's happier than getting Russell Wilson.
I know he's gonna be trolling a CEO.
I don't know how the hell this happened. All I know, I'm gonna celebrate. There's no way. This is crazy to me. How the Celtics got blown out like this. Not like this. I was really expecting a more neck and neck game because they crushed us by 20 in the fourth quarter when they lost their best player Jason Tatum out in Game 5. And then they underperformed like this, and they didn't play Kristaps Porzingis anymore that much around the floor. So that just shocked me. Patrick Ewing got a triple-double. Oh, my God. Yes, he did. Patrick Ewing just sitting already made more conference finals appearance than Joel Embiid. PJ Tucker with garbage time minutes just made a conference finals appearance before Joel Embiid. Jesus Christ, man. We have NBA franchises with more of a drought in the conference finals than the Knicks, man. The only team that probably has the longest conference finals drought now in the NBA is probably, I don't think, the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think it's Oklahoma City Thunder because they haven't made it since Kevin Durant and Westbrook were still on the team. That was like 2016, before the Kevin Durant trade. No, that was the free agency signing. So now, while we have to wait for his Game 7 to finish for the Nuggets and Thunder, we're going to see who's going to make it there. 119-81 is the final score. Oh, my God. What? And they got like 2 major contracts, so that's a lot of budget cutting going around before Jason Tatum returns back from injury. I think he has over a year. How long is it to return from Achilles tear? Because I heard he got surgery beforehand, before the series started. He had a surgery done. That is not a safe thing to do, Jason Tatum. And he had a great performance before he left. He left the floor too. Gonna check a bit of news before we sign off. And they're showing images of Brunson. They're showing images of Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton when they were on WWE one time. So Knicks will play the Pacers. Even Eli Manning is doing the Brunson celebration. Rest in peace to Sabu. This is insane. Thank you to Mikal Bridges. Thank you to the Phoenix Suns, even though they didn't own Mikal Bridges at the time. Those 6 first-round picks are probably going to be worth it. The process is probably the only thing younger than Joel Embiid at this point. If we don't beat the Pacers, I'm a riot. Jaylen Brown fell out in the 3rd. We also got the Subway Series coming on this Sunday. So we got Mets versus Yankees as well. So we got the big things around the weekend to finish up on. I don't know about you, John Jay, but I'm gonna try to enjoy the rest of my night.
Yep.
Have a good one too, man.
You too, buddy.
Try to get a good rest. Thank you for showing up on the show.
Yep.
That's it for me. We're gonna close off. You guys wait until we deal with the Pacers next.